Filipino food history. Philippine food has evolved from Malayo-Polynesian to a diverse cuisine with Hispanic influences, Latin American, Spanish, Chinese, American, and Asian influences. Filipinos eat breakfast, lunch, and dinner with additional snack after. Originally, the food of the Philippines was rooted in Malayo-Polynesian traditions, no? Characterized by ingredients like rice, coconut, and seafood. During the Spanish colonial period, many Latin American and Spanish dishes were introduced, no, to the Philippines, leading to the integration of ingredients such as tomatoes, corn, and spices into local dishes. No, this influence is evident in popular dishes like adobo, a marinated meat dish, and lechon, no, or roast pig. Filipino typically have three main meals a day. No, first breakfast, lunch, second lunch, and third is dinner. No, along with an additional snack time and the afternoon called merienda. Merienda includes a variety of light snacks like pastries, rice cakes, or simple sandwiches. One example of the fusion of these influences is the dish pancit canton. No? This dish featured Chinese-style noodles, stir-fried with a mix of vegetables, meat, savory sauce, combining the noodle tradition from Chinese cuisine with local flavors and ingredients. No? Pancit canton is often enjoyed during merienda or as a main meal. Filipino cooking combines Malayan, Chinese, Hindu, Spanish, and American ingredients, resulting in a distinctive blend. No? Manila's culinary scene exemplifies this blend, while simple dishes from far-off areas are similar to those found in Indonesia. Malaysia, Thailand, and other Asian countries, no, rice is a staple food with coconut milk or gata often used in popular dishes. Imagine starting with the base of Malay flavors, no, then adding Chinese, Hindu, Spanish, and American ingredients over time. The result is a unique blend, no, that you can taste most prominently in Manila. Even outside the capital, no, you'll find dishes that reflect the simplicity of native Filipino cuisine, which shares similarities with dishes from neighboring countries like Indonesia, Malaysia, and Thailand. Rice is a staple food, no, as in many Asian countries, no, but Filipino recipes also incorporate foreign influences. Coconut milk, known as gata, is a common ingredient in popular dishes like lumpia rolls and pancit or noodles. For example, adobo is a classic Filipino dish made with meat, no, usually chicken or pork, marinated and cooked in vinegar, soy sauce, garlic, and spices. Another example is sinigang, no, as sour soup usually made with pork, shrimp, or fish, no, tamarind, tomatoes, and various vegetables. Both dishes showcase the unique fusion of flavors found in Filipino cuisine. The Philippines is known for its famous lechon dish, no, and abundant seafood, including broiled inihaw or inasal, shrimp, rock lobster, crab, oysters, squid, and fish, no, sourced from its vast coastlines. The Philippines is known for its delicious cuisine, with one of the most famous dishes being lechon, which is roast pig. Additionally, because the country is surrounded by vast coastline, it has an abundance of excellent seafood, Seafood is commonly found in many Filipino restaurants, often cooked in various ways. One popular method is boiling, no? Known locally as inihaw or inasal. This involves grilling or roasting the seafood over an open flame, no? Giving it a delicious smoky flavor. Some example of popular seafood dishes in the Philippines include shrimp, rock lobster, crab, oysters, squid, and various type of various type of fish. No, these dishes are often prepared with flavorful marinades or sauces. No, making them a favorite among locals and visitors alike. Malayo Polynesians and pre-Hispanic Philippines cook food using livestock like water buffalo, chicken, fish, monitor lizard, and snakes. No? Filipinos introduced rice and corn cultivation from Austronesian people. Before the Spanish arrived in the Philippines, the native people known as Malayo Polynesians cook their food by boiling, steaming, or roasting. They commonly use animals like water buffalo, chicken, fish, and sometimes even monitor lizards and snakes. Rice and corn cultivation were introduced to the Philippines, by Austronesian people from southern China, particularly the Yunnan Plateau and Taiwan. Chinese traders in the Philippines taught Filipino wives their dishes, leading to the development of Filipino Chinese cuisine. In the 19th century, Chinese food become a staple in pancitarians with Spanish names like arroz caldo and morisqueta tostada. No? Spaniards brought influences from Spain and Mexico, creating food for the elite class. Philippine cuisine continues to evolve with new techniques. Filipino-Chinese cuisine emerged with Chinese traders settled in the Philippines and shared their culinary traditions with their Filipino spouses, leading to dishes like noodles, lumpia, siopaw, and siomai. During the 19th century, Chinese food is become popular and pancitarias, or noodle shops, adopting Spanish names for familiarity. Spanish colonization introduced influences from Spain and Mexico, catering to the elite with ingredients often imported. So today, Philippine cuisine continually involves incorporating new cooking techniques and style, making it one of Asia's most vibrant culinary melting pots. Native Filipino cooking is mild, utilizing rice as staple and fish as a main protein source. Meat, particularly pork and poultry, is popular, with beef being more expensive due to the country's underdeveloped cattle industry. Goat meat is considered a delicacy. Native Filipino cuisine is characterized by its mild use of spices, despite the abundance of spices in the Philippines. The primary staple is rice, with hundreds of varieties grown across the islands. Fish is the main source of protein due to its abundance in local waters, while pork and poultry are also common. Although beef is available, it is more expensive because the cattle industry is not well developed. Veal and lamb are less popular, but goat meat is a delicacy in some regions alongside other unconventional meats like frogs, rabbits, and deer. Native Filipino dishes showcase regional variations in cooking and food preferences. Despite homogeneous culture, these differences are widely recognized in the country, where regionalism plays a significant role due to geographical division into island groups. Filipino cuisine showcase a rich tapestry of regional variations, no, highlighting the diverse flavors and cooking techniques, no, across the country's numerous island groups. While Filipino culture is generally homogeneous, each region boasts unique dishes, no, influenced by local ingredients, traditions, and preferences. This culinary diversity, though not as stark as seen in Chinese cuisine, is readily identifiable through distinct flavors, no, and cooking styles, offering a delicious journey through the Philippines' cultural landscape.
Good evening, everyone. Philippine food culture and history. And now, I'm Sherwin Kilaton, presenter about this topic. But first, we tackle about the archipelago of the Philippines. Its over 7,000 islands boasts a diverse topography including the Cordillera Mountains, Central Plains of Luzon, coral reefs of Palawan, extensive coastlines, and numerous lakes and rivers. This varied landscape supports a rich agricultural and marine environment, integral to the nation's food culture. The country experiences a tropical climate and distinct rainy and dry seasons, influencing the availability of ingredients and culinary practices. The Filipino population is a mosaic of over 128 ethnic groups, with the major communities including the Tagalog, Ilocano, Pampango, Pangasinan, and Visayan lowlanders. These groups have developed unique lifestyles, including the specific ways of building homes, weaving cloth, storytelling, and importantly, preparing food. So, as we discuss the food, we move on. First, here we have a Chinese influence. The Chinese presence in the Philippines dates back to the pre-colonial trade. Chinese traders who settled in the Philippines brought with them culinary practices that became intertwined with local food tradition. Like pancit, the Hokkien terms for something quickly cooked, lumpia, a vegetable rolls, wrap and edible wrappers, and the siopao and siomai. Chinese dishes were indigenized and adapting to the local taste and ingredients. When restaurants emerged in the 19th century, Chinese food became a staple, often given Spanish names for easier recognitions among the locals. Next, the Spanish and Mexican influences. The Spanish colonization brought a significant culinary changes via the Viceroyalty of Mexico. This era introduced food for an elite class with the ingredients not locally available. Here we have olive oil, paprika, saffron, ham, cheese, and cured sausages. These were integrated into the local dishes, creating a unique feel Hispanic cuisine. Second is the paella, a festival dish combining pork, chicken, seafood, ham, sausages, and vegetable. And the second one is the relleno, the stuffing technique used for festive dishes like copons and turkeys, adaptive for local chickens and milkfish or bangus. And the last one is the Christmas cuisine. Foods such as ensaimadas, hot takes chocolate, and fruits like apples, oranges, chestnuts, and walnuts. So we move on here and the American influence. The American colonization period introduced convenience and fast food culture like pressure cooking, freezing, pre-cooking, that methods that influence Filipino cooking practices. And the second one is the sandwiches, salads, hamburger, fried chicken, and steak. This became common in Filipino cuisine. And the last, modern global influences. In contemporary times, Filipino cuisine has embraced global influences from French, Italian, Middle Eastern, Japanese, Thai, and Vietnamese cuisines. While these remain largely imported, they have added to the richness of the culinary landscape. So, there are some questions we need to answer. What really is the Philippine food then? Indigenous food from land and seas, field and forest. Because Filipino or Philippine food is a dynamic culinary tradition that tells the story of the nation's history, geography, and cultural exchanges. It is a blend of local foreign elements and continuously evolving while preserving its unique identity. The second question is, what makes them Philippines? History and society that introduced and adapted them. And what makes these dishes culinary practices distinctly the Philippines is their adaptation to local taste, ingredients, and cultural context, combined with a rich tradition of blending and harmonizing diverse influences into a cohesive and a unique cuisine. And that's all my report, and I hope you have some learn about this topic.
So good day everyone. In this video, I will be discussing about the Philippine cuisine, its origin and influence. So what is cuisine? Cuisine is a style of cooking characterized by distinctive ingredients, techniques, and dishes, and usually associated with a specific culture or geographic region. So original food preparation techniques, customs, and ingredients combine to enable dishes unique to a region or in a country. So Philippine cuisine has Malayo-Polynesian origins with influences from various cultures due to its strategic location as a crossroads of shipping lanes. The Philippines is a part of the Malay Archipelago, and its cuisine has deep roots in Malayo-Polynesian cooking traditions. Staple foods like rice, coconut, and seafood are central to Philippine cuisine, reflecting its Austronesian heritage. So during the pre-Hispanic era in the Philippines, foods were prepared mainly by boiling, steaming, or roasting. The foods range from the usual livestock such as cow, water buffalo, pig, and chicken to various kinds of fish and seafood. Filipinos have been cultivating rice since 3200 BC when Austronesian ancestors from the southern China and Taiwan settled in what is now in the Philippines. So trade with Hokkien, China introduced staple foods like soy sauce, tofu bean sprouts, and cooking methods like stir frying and making savory soap bases. So this early cultural contact with China introduced a number of staple foods into Philippine cuisine, mostly notably soy sauce, tofu, bean sprouts, pickled mustard greens, white radish, bamboo shoots, Chinese celery, water chestnuts, lemongrass, lemongrass, and fish sauce. Common cooking methods were also introduced, such as stir frying, deep frying, and making zero salt bases. Many of these food items and dishes retain their original Hokkien names, such as pancit and lumpia. Filipinos incorporated two new Chinese cooking methods but added their own indigenous ingredients. As a result, pancit is not complete without a twist of calamansi, and lumpia served with a dipping sauce of vinegar and crushed garlic. So, Spanish colonization 1521 to 1898 brought dishes from the Iberian Peninsula as well as North Central and South America, including olive oil, wine, peppers, tomatoes, and the method of sauteing with garlic, onions, and tomatoes. Food historians claim that 80% of Filipino dishes are of Spanish origin. Even today, many Filipino dishes are based on garlic, onion, and tomatoes, remnants of Spanish influence. So, Spanish-derived dishes were often reserved for special occasions, while Chinese cuisine became more common in our everyday meals. Since Spanish food emphasized meat and dairy products, which were considered luxury items, Spanish fare was considered upper class, fiesta cuisine, while Chinese food was considered everyday cuisine. So many Spanish-derived dishes show up on the table at Christmas, New Year, or fiesta like relleno, mechado, puchero, leche flan. Some dishes such as arroz a la Valenciana remain largely the same in the Philippine context. So, the marriage of Chinese and Spanish cuisines is evident in the rise of pancitterias, noodle shops in the 19th century, where dishes like pancit, congee, fried rice, and lumpia became staples. Adobo is a unique Filipino dish that combines Spanish and Chinese influences with the use of vinegar, garlic, bay leaf, and soy sauce. The marriage of Chinese and Spanish cuisines became eminent during the rise of the pancitterias in the 19th century. Pancit and congee or arroz caldo, fried rice, lumpia, longanisa, and chop suey became staples of these pancitterias. Adobo is also a byproduct of both Spanish and Chinese influence. In Spanish cuisine, adobo refers to a pickling sauce made from olive oil, vinegar, garlic, oregano, paprika, thyme, bay leaf, and salt. The Filipinos embraced their favorite flavors, vinegar, garlic, and bay leaf, including peppercorns, nodding to the Chinese influence. Added soy sauce. They adapted it to be a stewing sauce for chicken and pork but maintained its Spanish moniker. So, American influences from 1898 to 1946 introduced the convenience foods, canned goods, and fast food, further diversifying the Philippine culinary landscape. Today, the Philippine cuisine continues to evolve as new ingredients and cooking techniques, styles, and methods find their way into the country. A fusion of different dishes from earlier traders, Asian immigrants, and former colonizers, and the Filipinos' love for cooking resulted into a unique Philippine cuisine, a melting pot of Eastern and Western cuisine, and a gastronomic delight that has been savored for centuries. So that's all for my report about the Philippine cuisine, its origin and influence.